Moving along tonight, we are in a weather watch alert. After a gorgeous day today, some rain and even storms are moving through.
Yep, and Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is monitoring those storms, and they've already started up here in Connecticut, right?
Yeah, and it looks like the good news is the worst of the rainfall and the worst of the flooding along the Connecticut shoreline will both occur overnight while we sleep, meaning less people out on the road during some of the worst of this storm, and then improvement heading through the day tomorrow. I wanted to talk a little bit about the wind, and it's going to be blowing out of the east for a while, kind of piling water into Long Island Sound. That will allow the water to come up 1 to 2 feet higher than it does during typical high tide because of the way Long Island Sound is shaped. That water comes in, it gets trapped, and it doesn't have anywhere to go. Now that's for New Haven County, but we could see water come up as high as 3 feet higher than it typically does for Fairfield County. So let's take a look. These are the coastal flood alerts that are in effect, and what this means is, again, if you have property that's right along the beaches, first of all, lucky you, but also moving your car a little bit farther inland just to make sure, or any other property that you don't want flooding water to go around, that you move it a little bit farther inland. I'm sure you guys all know that spot in your street. And again, as we head towards daybreak, that water will already be coming out of Long Island Sound, so those roads should be better. That being said, the waves are probably still going to look wild when you wake up, so get some video, send them our way. Taking a look at potential rainfall, an inch of rain seems like a really good bet, and some towns might be able to pick up to 2 inches. Now, there are no flood alerts in effect, coastal flooding, but not for rivers and streams. The National Weather Service thinks that the rivers and streams should be able to handle all of this water, but we're still thinking there's going to be some big puddles out there. It's going to come down heavily as we head through the overnight. So there may still be some basement issues out there, and any third shifters that may be headed out at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Taking a look at winds, we're already seeing them pick up out of the east right now. Again, that piling of water already likely getting underway with gusts up to 30, 35 miles per hour along the Connecticut shoreline. Scattered outages are possible along the shoreline as we head through the evening tonight. Maybe some isolated outages inland, but the wind won't be as strong as we're expecting towards the shoreline. Maybe some flakes flying in parts of northwestern Connecticut. It's kind of tough to say. The air is really dry underneath these radar echoes that are showing up, so some of this is evaporating before it reaches the ground, but we're going to change that as we head through the coming hours. This is the wall of water heading our way. And by the way, it's snowing pretty good in Pennsylvania and New York, up to double-digit snowfall totals. If this storm was a little bit farther offshore, we'd be in the same boat, but we're not. We are not. It's going to move right over us, and that allows the warmer temperatures to stay in place. So heading through the overnight, this is midnight. It is absolutely pouring out there at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when we're also seeing some of those peak wind gusts. But notice as we head towards 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, we're already starting to see the worst depart. A few lingering showers, and the rest of the day looks fine. I wanted to show you winds. Gusts up to about 40 miles per hour along the shoreline as we head towards midnight. The worst winds around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We could see gusts up to 50, maybe even 55 miles per hour for the shoreline. But look at the Hartford area. The valley locations initially get spared from the worst wind gusts. Meanwhile, some of the higher elevations can experience those gusts up to 40 or 45 miles per hour. And then as we head towards the morning commute, we'll start to see those winds begin to even out. But I still think it's a blustery morning drive, even as that rain is starting to depart. Otherwise, the rest of the day, partly cloudy, breezy, high temperatures in the 50s. Maybe a spot lingering shower. Lots of sunshine for your Wednesday. Looks beautiful. And another nice Friday. Second nice one in a row. For now, looks like we stay dry this weekend, but we'll see. We'll see how we do as we get a little closer. It's been a while, guys.